interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
Yo, it's Remember the Show. Slick with the flows, where the sparring can go. Who's gonna be on, man, you never will know. Guess you better tune in, cause we live from Chicago. Belal Muhammad, that's the king of the tweets. Jason Anik looks like John, step his hands to his feet. Every Thursday, we gonna give you a treat. It's Remember the Show, hit play and repeat. And retweet, and retweet, and retweet. And retweet, it's Remember the Show, hit play and repeat.
So, Bully, we got the 11th ranked welterweight and the 11th ranked light heavyweight in the program tonight. 11-11. Add them up. 11-11. What do you get? Episode 22. Remember the Show.
Damn,
you like that?
Right
you like
there.
that? Hey, I wrote it myself today. Not bad. Anyway, Jason Anik here, star of the program. Belal Muhammad there. Happy Friday, buddy.
How's it going, brother?
It's going well, man. And it was a good week, obviously, it was good week. You know what? I'm going to start. It was a good week until today because we got to shout out our boy DMX. Saw that video. Was that in your first UFC fight? That video I saw posted today?
That was my debut.
There it is. Well, anyway, my favorite athlete of all time is Kevin Garnett. And he said all he listened to his whole life was DMX. And then as he got a little bit older, he mixed in a little bit of Kenny G to sort of soften him up a little bit. So it was DMX and Kenny G, and that was it. But all sorts of memories, I think, for a lot of fighters walking out to DMX and the rain for Luke Rockhold walking out to that is a big memory for me and certainly for John. But sad day with DMX and obviously a sad week learning about everything that went down there.
Yeah, it was rough. He's one of those guys that literally always gets you hyped, and he always kept it real. He was always the same. He never faked it or anything like that. So prayers go out to him and his family. Feel bad for them.
Well, moving on, I was going to say it was a great week because there was a fight announcement for Belal, remember the name Muhammad. Now, Leon Edwards, I'm just going to leave him in the rearview mirror for now because, frankly, I don't even want to talk about him anymore. So we're going to spin it forward and we're going to move up the ladder. Damian Maia, next on the rung for Belal Muhammad. June 12th seems like a good date. I'm sure you're excited. Talk to me.
Yeah, super excited. It was one of those where that was always a name, a legend that I always wanted to fight. And it was like, if I couldn't get Leon, then he was the next best guy that I wanted. And the guy that one of those guys where you always want to test yourself against him because everybody always says, like John always says, like guys winning streaks go to Maia to end. Yep. Like he ends guys winning streaks, but guys also go to him to flourish. And guys that beat him, they always fight for the title next or within their next fight. And then those guys, they're legit if they're fighting and they're competing with a guy like him and a guy that's so good on the ground. And to be able to have that guy on my record, a W on my record, even if this is considered his last fight, it'll be amazing.
Yep. Well, and it's interesting with Maia because he's older than me. I'm 42 and he's older than me, but it really doesn't matter. There are certain guys whether it be Tom Brady, Damian Maia, there's certain peaks and there's a certain, the prime of a UFC fighter, certainly different than a running back in the NFL. So, either way, I think June 12th is a great date, I'm sure, for you. I think you'll be ready to go. I can't wait to see where the fight goes, up, down, all over the place. But I'm looking forward to seeing you showcase some skills that maybe people haven't seen.
Yeah, it's one of those, too, where, a lot of people are like, oh, well, he's 42 years old. But it's like his style, he could compete till he's 50. Guys do jiu-jitsu till they're 60, 70 years old. And he doesn't need speed. He doesn't need explosive power. Exactly. It's all about he gets a hold of you and then you get a different feel for it. So it's like, for me, it's like, I don't want to sit there and underestimate the guy because he's that. Because I'm like, this is Damian Maia. He's literally, before his last loss to Gilbert Burns, he was on a 3-fight winning streak and he finished Ben Askren. So like, he's beating the best of the best. Exactly. And he's only losing to the best of the best. So definitely. And everyone's hard for this one.
Well, and everyone's running from him except Belal Muhammad. And it's interesting. Chael Sonnen was shouting you out a couple weeks back, talking about how I like Belal Muhammad getting out there calling his shots, and it's nice for you to call it and get it. He asked for it and you get it and you deserve it. And I think you're gonna flourish as you said.
Yeah, as they say, what's that saying? If you the eggs are already cracked, you could either make a mess or scramble them up and make some breakfast. So it's like, I lost that Leon fight, but I'm still progressing. I'm still moving forward. I'm still getting a guy in the top 10. and I'm still getting a huge name, a guy that's even a bigger name than Leon, honestly, if you really think about it, where he has a big name and he's very dangerous. So like he has a bigger fan base than Leon. So beating him, that'll be a big name on my resume.
So June 12th, was that an ideal spot for you? I know Ramadan's coming up, April 13th through May 12th. And I'm going to ask you about that a bit, but was June 12th a good date for you? Is that sort of ideal, a month after Ramadan ends, give you sort of a full month?
Yeah. It's a good day for me just because I'm still training during Ramadan the whole time, regardless. The biggest thing was just cutting weight during it. So like when I would have my fights right after it, it would be difficult, but with it being 4 weeks afterward, it works out perfectly because that's usually when I start dieting hard is exactly at 4 weeks out. So now I'll be able to eat a little bit during it and nothing changes.
So during those days, correct me if I'm wrong, you won't consume water, nothing, sunrise to sunset, correct?
Yeah. So we're going from sunrise to sunset, no food or water. So like the first couple of days, like I need my body to get used to it from training and stuff like that. So like it gets rough, but then after like the third day, then you start realizing, man, your body gets used to it. Like you'd be surprised what you could put your body through. And there's like, a lot of people where they're like, no, that's crazy. That's nuts. But then there's guys out here that eat one meal a day and people think that's crazy.
Sure.
And your body adjusts. It's all about adjusting. And then it just makes you that much harder. It makes me like mentally stronger. And I just feel like a better person after it.
I believe it. And, a lot of intermittent fasting going on. It feels like George St. Pierre is fasting for 3 days every time I see him. But so for you, I mean, is it certainly at sunset? I'm sure there's a lot of food and water consumed, but do you wake up at 4:30 in the morning and hydrate? I mean, because obviously keeping a pace and certainly there are going to be days where you will be training hard, I would assume during that time.
Yeah. So like I'm still training hard. So like that's the biggest thing is to be smart when it's time to eat. Like most of the time, 90% of the people actually gain weight during Ramadan because when it's time to eat, they're eating sweets. So like that's what you're craving the whole time. So you'll eat a little bit of dinner because your stomach shrinks a little bit. So then most of the thing you're eating is sweets, and then you go to bed after it because you're tired. But for me, like I have to get my body used to eating healthy. I got to be smart with it. So like I'm eating the right things, getting the right nutrition in there. So like I have to make sure my meals are right. So I got to get 2 good meals in when the sun sets, and then I'm drinking. Like I usually drink a Pedialyte a day. Like basically like I just cut weight. So I get all the electrolytes back in me. And then I do wake up at 4:30 a.m. I have a little breakfast, usually probably like an oatmeal, something like a slow burning carb or something like that. So then it'll give me energy for the rest of the day. Got you.
So have you ever had fights that got in that window at all?
Oh yeah. Literally my debut, I was, they called me on short notice. It was like a 2-week short notice camp. And it was like in the middle of Ramadan. So it was like, okay. So like I literally had to cut weight and do that during it. That was the hardest part. Cause like when it's time to eat, I had to eat a salad. So I'm like,
And I would think your performance, you're training, you can't drink water, right? So, yeah. I would think for this round, this month, knowing that you'll have a full month, will there be training? Will you pull back on the training at all, knowing that you can't hydrate at all during it?
It won't be like, it'll be more so like smarter training. So like, that's the thing with me where, I won't need as much as hard sparring rounds because Maya's not going to sit there and I'm not going to go against a crazy kickboxer. So a lot of it's going to be rolling and jiu-jitsu techniques and things like that. So I don't need that hard, rough stuff. So it's about pacing myself at the right times. And then usually I'll get a morning workout in, and then I'll get a night workout in. And then after I eat, I'll do like some sort of cardio or weightlifting just to, get that food moving around in my stomach. So I get energy to and then hungry to eat another meal. Cause I can't go the whole day with just eating one meal and then going to bed. So like after I get that first meal in, I'll work out a little bit, and then I'll get actually more hungry, or my stomach will open up. So then I'll get another meal in.
Some good work on the stairs, by the way, with you and Mr. Taylor this week.
Yeah, we're going old school Rocky mode.
Yeah, I love it. Well, so anyway, last week, no UFC card. This week, there certainly is. So before we get to the Bics, there's a preliminary fight this week that I think you and I are probably looking forward to more than most. Your boy Nacho's fighting, and it's interesting. It is his debut. Obviously, the Contender series, that front kick that sort of opened a lot of eyeballs up to him, and a great spot for him. He's so young, so this guy he's fighting, John McDessie, right, has been fighting in the UFC since Ignacio was 13.
Oh, wow.
And here you go. So it's his, to me, it's really hard for me not to, this is his debut. It's hard for me to look at it like his debut, given what he did in the Contender Series, but I'm sure you're excited for your boy. You know him intimately. Talk to me about your boy. I'm sure he's ready to go. Yeah,
man, I'm super excited for the kid. Such a good kid. And people are going to see, I feel like he'll be able to open up a lot more in this fight because McDessie's more of a striker. It's going to be an exciting striking match. And I feel like he's going to put a lot of guys on notice because, I feel like the UFC believes in him because this is his debut in the UFC and they're giving him a big veteran right now. So it's like one of those things where the veteran is not going to want to let this new kid make his name off him. So he's going to come in hard. And then Ignacio, like I'm telling you, man, this guy's striking is seriously next level. Like one of the best strikers I've ever gone with. So like if this is a striking match, McDessie's going to be in for a long night.
Yeah. For those of you that know our director, Cody Merrow, that's a little Ray Longo, little clip in there from the Anik and Florian podcast. Longo got a little excited this week and we couldn't resist. But anyway, for Ignacio, I can't wait to watch him fight. I'm sure he's gotten a lot better since that. I bet that front kick on the Contender Series feels like a long time ago when he's working with you and in your. Do you know what I mean? Right?
Yeah.
I bet he's grown. Does it feel like he's grown quite a bit even since that moment?
Yeah, he's grown. I feel like he's literally getting better every day. And like you said, he's literally only 23 years old. So like his skill level is already growing so much. And then he was able to be in my corner my last fight. So like,
right, he
already got the feel for how a UFC big event goes, how it feels to be in a corner. How like I'm hoping that like just helps him be more relaxed in there, just because he was there a couple of weeks ago. So he felt what it feels like to be in the quarantine. And man, I just like talked to him. It feels good. He did miss weight today.
He did. It was interesting. I didn't know.
Yeah, he missed weight by 0.75. It was a rough weight cut, but it was one of those things. I think it's just like he'll clear it up. It ain't one of those things where he needs to move up or anything like that. It was just a couple of mistakes that he needed to change here and there that will get fixed. But I'm just hoping it just doesn't mess with his head. He goes in there, he'll still perform tomorrow, and it's gonna be a great fight.
Well, Vegas likes him too, so he's a 2-1 favorite in Vegas as of now. Okay. So he's getting respect already. So anyway, we'll be watching that one on the preliminary card, which begins at noon. Main card, 3:00 Eastern Standard Time. Mr. Merrow, I think it's time for Bully's Bit. I love that Celtic green and a little actually Chicago Bulls red mixed in our colors. I like it. Anyway, Bully's Bix. So anyway, UFC on ABC2, odds via MyBookie. It's going to be a fun card. I love it. Starting at noon, main card at 3. I always love those middle of the day cards. It might get in the way of your training a little bit, but you'll adjust.
Yeah, I actually like it. I sit there. I get to work out afterwards, so it feels a lot better. I'd rather have these earlier cards than the later.
Yeah, I'm with you. All right, so first fight, welterweight division. We got to pick this one, as you said. So Platinum Mike Perry versus Daniel Rodriguez. Perry looks good physically. He's plus 110 slight underdog. Daniel Rodriguez minus 140. Perry's certainly a wild card. Rodriguez, he wins all day long. This guy, he's quite a veteran. I think Florian and Parker are on opposite sides. So this is going to be a fun one to watch. Can't wait to see it. Who do you got in this one?
Yeah, this one's going to be a good one. I think, Perry, I felt like he took this training camp a little more serious. I think he was getting some working with MMA Masters. I think he had a quote saying that Kobe Covington opened the door for him once. And he said, yeah, he's a really nice guy. But like he made weight. His last fight, he missed weight. I just think that he's a more cleaner striker than Daniel Rodriguez. And I think he has more power than him. Rodriguez lost a real bad split decision in his last one. But I think Perry's going to end up taking this one. I think that Rodriguez tries to bang a little bit too much. I think Perry just has too much power, and Perry loves to bang. So I think he's going to come out there and he's going to finish him.
And Cody, correct me if I'm wrong. I think this line has moved. I think Perry was a heavier when I'm listening to Anik and Florian podcast from earlier in the week. I think Perry was almost 1.5. So anyway, it's moving. So anyway, that's the third one. Our next fight. I mean, dude, there's so many good fighters. Look at these guys, right? On the UFC roster, it's like you got 2 undefeated guys. I mean, all of you. It's like Muhammad's won 7 of 8. It's like everyone, Spann on the show tonight. He's won 9 of 10. It's like it's this roster just stacked. So these 2 guys, both undefeated. Arnold Allen 7-0, Sadiq Youssef 4-0, ranked 10th and 11th in their division respectively. So featherweight division, both ranked. Guide us bettors, Bully. Which way should I lean?
Man, this one's an exciting. It's one of those where you don't want to see somebody lose because you said they're both exciting. They're both great prospects. They're both undefeated. So you're like, one of these guys is going to take off, and then like the other way, you don't want to see them lose because they're both could be contenders. So like, I felt like they should have built them both up. But UFC, they don't let these guys sit and wait, man. They want to put them at see who's better right away. So I think I'm excited for this one. But man, I think Yusuf just I think he's gonna be a lot more cleaner striker. And then I think Arnold Allen, he usually trains at TriStar, but TriStar has been closed because of COVID. So I'm wondering where he's getting his training in now. I think that's gonna play a factor because if you're so comfortable training at a certain spot, and then I know that like nobody over there is training right now in Canada. It's weird, but I think I'm gonna go with Sadiq Yusuf in this one. I think that he's gonna have a little bit too much power, and I think that's gonna play a factor that he couldn't get his right training in.
It is interesting. See, John sometimes says he doesn't really get a gauge. I think he said this about Perry until he sits down at the fighter meetings. And obviously we're not privy to that, but it is, the world of COVID in Canada is very different than in the United States. And even as we work through it, and frankly, it does feel like we're coming out of it here. It's different in different places, in different states too, Yeah,
I know. I was sitting there talking to Nasrat Hackeras and he was like, he trains there too. And he's like, yeah, I couldn't train there. I had to train somewhere else in Germany. And he said that like, they wouldn't even let me in the country because of that. And I was like, what? He said, yeah, if you're not a citizen, they're not letting you in. And I'm like, wow, that's crazy.
It's nuts.
Yo.
We're in the presence of greatness. Jeff Neal, welcome. What's up, man?
What's up, man? How you doing?
What's up, brother?
What's up, bro?
How you feeling?
I feel good, man. Tired.
What, you trained today?
Yeah. This morning, did the strength and conditioning.
Okay.
Yeah.
Welcome to Remember the Show. Everybody knows Jeff Neal. Oh, congrats on the big fight that just came up. You and Neil Magny.
Yeah, I can't wait. I appreciate it, man.
Was that considered a short notice, or did you guys know about it for a while?
No, I mean, I found out about it Monday evening.
Really?
Yeah.
And you're like you were in good enough shape to be able to. All right, I'll turn around in 4 weeks.
Exactly. Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I'm prefer
fight right now. Like let's go to the main event. Let's see who you got, Jeff.
Oh, the main event. It really depends on how Marvin comes to fight. If he comes out and fights like he did Hermanson, like just throwing strikes with like reckless abandon, I think Holland will put him away. But if he can find a way to get it to the ground, I don't know if Holland was just playing in his last fight or if he legit doesn't have the ground game. So we're going to see.
That's a big key to me, where I feel like a lot of people are underestimating Holland, but Holland's like his unorthodox striking. He would rock Brunson a couple of times, and he had him a couple of times where he could have finished them, but like you said, he was playing around a little bit too much. And I feel like this week you could tell he's taking it a little bit more serious with Vettori. And if Vettori comes out thinking I'm gonna walk through him, because Vettori, angry Vettori, thinks that he can just walk through anybody. I'm like, Holland's not one of those guys you could really walk through. Yeah,
he was super intense during the weigh-ins. I'm like, bro, chill out.
Yeah, you gotta listen to the story on my Instagram live. My boy was in the back and he said that Holland ate Vittori's ciabatta bread that he had after weigh-ins. So he like walked up to him. They're in the back room about to fight at weigh-ins. People had to break it up. I was like, no way. He's like, dude, Holland walked up, grabbed this ciabatta bread. You don't grab an Italian guy's ciabatta bread. And then it looked like ciabatta bread that he got from like a farmer's market. I was like,
yo, you can't make this stuff up. Why do you have ciabatta bread? First of all, like. That's what I really want to know.
That's the funniest thing in the world. But yeah, I think I'm with you. I feel like Holland being at a 275, I think people like that's an underdog you could probably take. Yeah, that's not bad odds for that. And then Vettori minus 350, it's not really worth betting on. But Holland at 275, I would take that underdog.
Yeah, I would too.
And based on what I saw today, I'm not really expecting him to talk much. I'm expecting him to be focused. I do think we're going to see a little, I think he probably learned a little something. I'm not, look, the talking has worked for him before, so I'm not trying to say that I know what I'm talking about, but I expect a focused Kevin Holland. I think it's going to be a good fight, but Vettori, man, he may be a different animal.
To me, I think that if he talks to Vettori, it'll be better for him too. Cause Vittori's one of the guys who gets angry and he gets emotional. So like if you're going out there talking trash to him, getting him annoyed, Vittori's going to get emotional. He's going to want to throw harder or something like that. And that'll end up getting him caught. I think that his angriness is gonna be his downfall if Holland comes out there joking around with him, playing with him, because that's only gonna make Vettori more mad.
Yeah,
you picking Holland?
I think I'm gonna pick Holland.
Yeah.
Superman.
Boy, what you do to your hair, bro?
Yo, what's up, Ryan?
I'm in the middle of something. What's going on?
What's up, man?
You getting your hair done?
Yeah.
Hey, I love it. We got all sorts of lettuce all over the screen right now. See, this has helped me out. See someone representing a little bit. What's up, Ryan?
What's going on? How y'all doing?
Good, man. So, Bully, you want to throw him in the fire and then we'll talk after?
Cracking. Let's turn it up,
let's
Cody.
do it. All right, gentlemen. Rules of the program. So the questions are going to go back and forth. If you know the answer, shout bully. If you get it wrong, negative points. Your opponent gets the points. If you get it right, you get the points. High score wins. Just don't forget, if you know the answer, shout bully. Good luck, boys.
All right, guys. These are your categories for today. Name scramble. So these are fighter names all on this card this weekend, and then the letters of names are scrambled. You got to unscramble and tell me who it is. This one, if you don't know, now you know. This is a category. It's like UFC facts. So it's like just random UFC question trivia. This one's face smash. So this is one like what I did with you, Sue, earlier, where I put both your guys' faces together. So this is two fighter faces in one. This one is who is he or she. These are guy fighters with girl filters. So this is just one fighter. You got to tell me who it is. And then that was it.
All right.
Hey, Bully, is there a reason why my screen's froze?
Your screen's frozen right now?
Yep.
Try exiting out and come back in. Maybe that'll help.
Okay.
You got that AOL dial-up internet.
Yeah, you gotta wait for it. You know, he's old guy. He's cheap. He's cheap. Nobody know that, but he's cheap.
Is he for real? He's probably using the Starbucks next door's Wi-Fi.
He is really cheap. He's really cheap.
I'm back.
You good?
Yeah.
All right, Jeff, you're here first, so I'll let you pick the first category.
Let's do face smash 300.
Face smash 300. So this is two fighter faces.
Oh no.
If you know the answer, say bully.
Who's that?
I know one of them.
Yeah, I know, right? Nah, you got me on that one. Though.
All right,
both
bully.
middleweight.
Darren Till and Marvin Vettori.
Darren Till and Marvin Vettori. You are correct.
Wow. Yo.
Oh, that was a good one. All right, Ryan, you pick up next.
All right. Who is he or she?
For 100? Oh, 200? This is one guy.
Oh, bully.
Yeah.
I got that first. That's me, Neil Magny.
Oh, man, just wait. There's some good ones. All right, Jeff's on the board. You go, Jeff.
All right, I'm going to do, if you don't know, now you know, too.
If you don't know, now you know 200. Who was the first fighter to beat George St. Pierre?
Bully. Bully.
Right. Matt Hughes. Dang, I thought you were going to say Matt Serra. Good job. Look at you.
I was about to say Matt Serra.
I guess.
Okay, Spann, you're up.
All right. Who's his sheet for 300?
Who is there sheet for 300?
Ooh.
Who's that?
This is one guy.
Oh.
He's from Texas.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to think of his name.
He trains at Fortis MMA. Spann.
Oh, that's not good.
That is not who I thought it was. Then. All right, trains at Fortis. Matt Schnell.
Yeah. Oh no.
Oh man, he was making an appearance today.
Ugly.
Jeff, you're up.
Man.
All right, I'm gonna do name scrambles for 3.
Name scramble for 300.
Oh, Bully.
Jeff.
Mackenzie Dern.
Oh, that was a good one.
Oh, I wouldn't have got there. All right.
Okay, we're tied now. Look at us.
Yo. Don't call it. Come.
You're up, Jeff.
Oh, me again?
Yeah.
I'll do name scramble for 2.
Name scramble for 2. Okay.
Bully.
Jeff.
Julian Marquez.
Oh, okay. This is Jeff's category.
I'm running this up.
Hey.
You pick again, Jeff.
Name scramble 4.
Oh, Bully.
You got that one.
Yeah.
Kevin Holland.
Got him.
That's why I know that name. I'm like, man. I'm gonna.
Spann gets it. He got the points.
Let's go. Who is he or she for 400?
Oh, damn, going big. Boy, Bully.
Bully.
That's Uriah. That jawline gave it away.
Oh man, this is a close game right here. You're up, Jeff.
Oh man.
Let's do a face smash for 4.
Face smash for 4. This is 2 fighter faces.
Oh,
Bully.
Bully.
Jeff.
Okay, that's Jorge Masvidal and Curtis Blades.
Wait, what?
Oh, I'm so glad you didn't go to me, Bully. Hey, Bully, you said Jeff is. See, I'm like the tiebreaker, right? But dude, that was a tie. You went Jeff. I mean, come on. Ryan's disputing it, but Bully. I mean, Cody, that's a tie. We might have to. I don't know what to say.
But Jeff, let me see Jeff's answer again. Go ahead, Jeff.
Did I fucked it up? Didn't I?
Ryan gets it anyway.
Counted wrong, damn it.
If Spann, you could answer, you get the point. Spann. Who would your guess?
Jorge Masvidal and who's the what's Usman? Kamaru Usman.
Dang, that was a good one. How'd you catch that one?
I knew it was somebody
He
black.
messed up.
That was like Curtis Blades and what did you say?
I said Jorge.
Hey, look, I was gonna say that too.
Hey, this is a closer right now.
Right,
You're up,
back
Ryan.
and forth all night.
Give me 100 for he and she.
He or she for 100.
Bully.
Jack.
Kevin. That's Holland.
That was a good one. Man, this is a tight one right here. 100-point game.
Ooh.
You're up, Jeff.
If you don't know, now you know. 4.
If you don't know, now you know. 400. This is a big one. Who did Misha take to be the world champion in 2016?
Bully.
Spann.
Holly.
Got him.
Damn.
That was
My
big.
knowledge is poor.
That was big.
I guess.
You're up, Spann.
Got to pull through on the big ones.
All right.
Now you know. 300.
Dana White has called this the most important fight in UFC history of the promotion.
Bully.
Spann. It's the anniversary.
Huh?
Today's the anniversary of the fight. Who's your answer? Are you Googling?
Are you Googling? Like, oh man!
Time. Jeff, you have an answer?
I got nothing for you.
But since Spann called the points go to Jeff. Come on, how neither one of you guys got this answer? Forrest Griffin and
bro, that was a legendary fight, yo. Come on, now.
Yeah.
Anniversary, guys. Come on. Jeff gets the points. 200-point game right here. You're up, Jeff.
Face mask 2.
Face match 200.
Bully.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go GSP and Joe Rogan.
Dude, he got it. That was a good one.
Really?
I didn't know.
The shirt gave it away. Like the shirt that he was wearing. I'm like, that's Joe Rogan's shirt.
I was like, ain't no one getting this one. Dang, this is a tight one right here. You're up, Jeff.
Name scramble for 100.
Name scramble 100.
Oh, Bully.
Damn.
Sadiq Yusuf.
Boom. That was big.
I was looking at that Q. I was like, Q? No, you?
Let's go. Face smash.
Face smash. Two fighter faces.
Bully.
Spann. I mean, but that's it, Spann.
Man,
Bully.
That's
man.
Uriah Hall and Seg Saud.
Dirty. Hey, send me that pic though.
Please do. Please
That's
do.
right though. There's
Hey, wait, hold up. This is the last question. When you hear "Ain't No Sunshine" by DMX, who do you think of?
Bully,
And
Jeff.
Anderson Silva.
Anderson Silva. But so this is a 100-point game right here. There's a final question that you guys have to wager points on.
Oh,
So
wait, what?
I'll give you guys a topic of what it's going to be. It involves DMX. So,
All right.
Jeff, how much you want to wager?
You're
down by 100 right now.
I mean, so if I get it wrong,
If you get it wrong, you lose the points. But if you get it right, you get that amount of points.
okay, but we both have to get it right. So if we both have to guess,
No,
Yeah, both of
It's
you
one
no,
guys.
you
of
just have to. Yeah,
Both of
you
you guys
just
guess.
have to make. You have to make more than I do.
yeah,
Yeah.
but we
So
both guess.
If I bet 100 and lose, and you bet 100 and win, you win.
Yeah.
All right, but I'm gonna do. I got 5 on it.
500. Okay. 500 for Jeff.
You gonna do 5?
Yeah,
Topic is DMX.
I do 6.
6?
You know
wildin'.
what? No, forget it. Forget it. I do the whole thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god,
Okay, he's going big.
bro,
Brian,
better
Brian,
get it
you
right,
already
though.
won. This is experimental
get it
shit.
right.
We've never done
Yeah.
this whole
This
Jeopardy,
is
Final
fine.
Jeopardy, right? Where it's not a silent, where he's telling you. So Ryan, you already won, but just bear with us here.
All right.
What you got?
Okay. The question is, where did DMX meet Cookie?
Oh damn it, bro.
Come on. Oh, you guys are choking?
I don't know. I don't know. Right?
Oh,
I don't got it.
I'm gonna go
Man,
New York.
rest in peace, DMX. This is what you got to hear. Both of you guys choked on this one. I thought one of you guys would get it at the ice cream parlor. Come on.
Oh, Cookie! I met her at the ice cream.
Hey. Well, you know what that means? Jeff only wagered 500. So Jeff gets the points because Spann wagered it all. Jeff, you are remember the show champion. How does it feel to be a winner? The floor is yours.
I'm grateful for this opportunity to come out and perform and show my skills. Looking for the next thing. Hey, Spann, a tough competitor, but you went against the GOAT. Take that
Not
out.
impressed with your performance.
Oh man, that was the closest game you ever had. That was a really good one.
That was solid.
Oh man.
But hey, thank you guys for both coming out to do the show. If we can have you guys both on for a little bit longer, ask you guys a couple questions.
That's cool.
What's up?
So Jeff, I gotta say, man, if we flash back to last August, and I'm sure you've talked about it a lot, but if I were to said to you in August, September, all right, you're gonna fight in December, you're gonna fight again less than 6 months later. I mean, the fact that I'm looking at you right now, healthy, just finished a fight and rolling on short notice into another one, it's pretty awesome in and of itself, given what you went through last summer. No?
Yeah, for sure. I never got into the thought process that I wasn't going to ever fight again. You know what I mean? Like, I was in the hospital trying to figure out when I can get out so I can keep training to fight Neal. I got sick right before I fought Neal.
That's right.
When we were scheduled to fight the first time, and I was just trying to see how bad it was. When can I get back in the gym? But they said no, you're staying in here. You can't fight. So, yeah, I'm just happy that I'm healthy and I get to run that shit back.
Exactly.
Jeff, what's the biggest tip you got as a waiter?
Come on.
Biggest
Let me,
tip.
let me,
Go ahead,
He asked me questions, bro.
My bad. Go ahead, Mr. Jeff. Hey, you gonna tell everybody where you working at so they can show up?
No, I'm not working now. But $500 is my biggest tip.
Really?
Yeah.
It was like one table or like
It was like a table of 8 or 10, and we had the place I worked at was an automatic gratuity. So they ran up the tab. So it was the 20% gratuity was like 500. So, and then like that's minus tip share and all that, but 500 is what I came out with from that table.
Dang. Okay.
You're gonna make
a quick fight.
What's up?
I was talking about Ryan.
Yeah.
He said anything on the horizon for you that your last fight went so quick?
No, I don't know. Right now, we're waiting. We still waiting. I want some in June or July if they're in the States. I ain't trying to go back.
Did any of you guys try to get on that Texas card?
We tried. It was like the card was full.
Yeah. I wanted to.
Ryan, man, I got to be honest. I'm looking at your division today, and I watched. I try to prepare. If you guys don't know, I'm John Anik's twin brother. I got a little bit longer hair. If you don't know, so I probably sound just like him. We got the same DNA, little different, but So I was looking at the top 10 in the light heavyweight, and I got to be honest, man. I like how you match up against every single one of those guys. I'm not kidding. I absolutely think on any given night you can beat every one of those guys. And some of the things you said after your last post-fight press conference, talking about you and your brother, and just sort of getting in the relaxed mode. I'm just I think the emotional and mental part of this game, and you guys putting yourselves in that best spot for yourself, is just as important as all the athleticism and the physical stuff. And it's just been interesting to watch you, and I think big things are ahead, and I'm sure that your next fight, I'm sure you're pretty excited for it because your track looks good to me, man.
Yeah, we've asked for Thiago because that's big jump in the line. He ain't got nothing to do. I ain't got nothing to do. Otherwise, we was talking about what's the fight that's coming up? The one I said after the fight, Smith and
oh yeah,
yeah, Smith
Cody?
and Cruder about the fight.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, maybe that one too, but I would really like Thiago though, personally.
That'd be good. That's fine.
That one makes a lot of sense.
It's a bunch of interesting fights out there though.
So June,
that's all you're talking about, man. Let me see if I can still make 185. Are you really thinking about that? Or you just throwing it out there? I'm like, dude, there ain't no way that you make 185.
You guys, Jeff, man. I go through this every camp. I'd be like, yo, I feel like right after the fight, I feel like I can still make 85. And then once that weight cut started, I'm like, you know what? I think I should have went to heavyweight.
Turns into a straight diva when he's cutting weight.
Really?
It'd be bad. Yeah, it'd be bad.
He's the worst.
Hey, but look, let me let y'all know on the fun fact. Interesting, y'all brought me on here with Jeff. Hey, Jeff, I have a question for you, brother.
Oh, here we go.
Hey, why'd you go pro?
Okay. Man, is in Spann's delusional mind, he thinks that because we grew up on the same circuit together, like on the ranks. So like we knew about each other like for like 10 years. But I got this belt for the amateur promotion. I beat the top dude in Texas, and then like I wanted to go pro after that, and Spann said I ducked him because I went pro. And I didn't defend my amateur belt.
He didn't.
My amateur belt.
This is what happened. I told them I was coming. I was like, I want the southpaw Geoff. I called Geoff. Nobody know how to say his name. So I was like, let me get it. He was like, all right, I'm gonna call him. So I called him and like, hey, he said he going pro. He don't want to fight.
I was already going pro. It was already established. I didn't even know about that. I never knew Spann called me out until like he came to the gym. He's like, yeah, I remember. You remember I called you? I'm like, what? When? But yeah, he every time I win fight, he says we because like he.
Yeah. We win. So we ranked number 11. Yeah, we ranked right now.
So Ryan, Ryan, do you corner Uriah Hall? Are you're pretty tight? You work tight with him. Are you cornering him against Weidman or no?
Yeah, I should be.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nice. Sorry, I was just curious. I didn't want to let you off without asking you that. That's cool.
Yeah, I was with him for Anderson, the shoe phase, and like we was gonna go to. It was another one we was about to do.
The Yoel one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot he was supposed to fight Yoel.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, packed house for that.
Florida, right? Is that one's in Florida?
Yep.
15,000
fans
coming up. Yeah, that is in Florida.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
That's COVID Central right there.
Exactly.
Man, Florida, man, they got no F's to give.
Have you had it yet? Have you had COVID yet or no?
No, nope.
Jeff, you had it, right?
Yeah.
And you guys taking the vaccine?
No. Hell no. I'm good. I'm immune now.
He said,
That's what I keep saying to people. I'm like, yeah, I'm immune. They'll be like, nah, it's only for like 4 months. Nah, I think it's forever.
Right.
Yeah, see, all you guys are young. I'm in my 40s, man. I was eligible. I got a shot in the arm. See, I'm trying to go to this super spreader event that Dana White's having in April 24th in Jacksonville. So I figure if I get a shot in my arm, I can go be around 15,000 screaming UFC fans, you know?
Yeah.
So well, the cool thing about you is you can just cut your hair and kidnap your brother, and you can go anywhere you want.
I'm telling you. Well, you guys, man, we appreciate you coming on. That was as good a back and forth game as we've had. Jeff, you got the win, but Ryan got a little. I don't know, Bully, man. That Final Jeopardy threw me a little bit.
He still won.
We had to throw that Final Jeopardy out there because in honor DMX.
Ryan got cocky and he wanted to bet all his points. That was dumb. You should have just did 400.
Right.
I stood out. I really stood out.
Well, Jeff, good luck coming up, and Ryan, hopefully get something on your calendar in June. And appreciate your time, boys.
Thank you guys.
Appreciate y'all. Thank y'all.
Later. Dude, I'm glad Jeff gets to run it back against Magny. You know, that was the fight that he had right before he got sick last summer. It's just, nice. I think that's a good matchup for him too.
Yeah, that's an exciting matchup. Like you said, like I'm just happy that the ranked welterweights are finally pushing it, and then we're getting some action in our thing where it's like all these guys were sitting out for so long. And I know he's one of those guys too that will fight anybody, Jeff. So he was one of the guys too where everybody kept turning him down, and I'm like, bro, just none of these guys above you want to fight. So I'm like, Magdy's one of those guys that's willing to fight. He's willing to fight. So I'm glad that they're both in there now. So we get some action, and then we get some movement going with our rankings.
I'm with you. You know, it's funny. I was watching some video of Magny training, lifting legs, right? And because I'm real fascinated with John Jones and what he's trying to do and building up his body. And, we're all built differently, but some of these guys, like I do see Magny, and when I see the leg work, I'm like, if I was him, that's what I would be doing right now. And for John Jones, no matter how gifted he is, like to me, those legs, got to be built up. He said today he wants to be the size or weight of Ngannou. To me, it's the lower half. That's a big part of it.
And especially that last fight, Ngannou was actually coming out throwing leg kicks to Stipe. So you got to if his punches feel like that, I could only imagine what his legs feel like. Them leg kicks are going to hurt. And then, but that's the thing. Jones keeps saying, I want to get to 265. How good? I don't want him to be flabby. I don't want him to be freaking fat Jones. I still want him to be fast. He's fast. He's elusive. And then that's what makes him so good. So I don't know if putting all that extra muscle on is going to make him slower, make him more tired. So I'm interested to see how it goes.
I hear you. And I hate to just talk about his brothers in the NFL, but Arthur, his older brother, was definitely thick, thicker than Chandler, who's a defensive end and who's a little quicker, but none of them are built like Ngannou, but either way, so something about Derek Lewis today. I caught some headline, but I don't know. I don't know if he's facing some potential suspension. I don't know if I caught that. If that was just maybe I'm wrong.
Where'd that come from?
No, maybe that's not the case. Maybe it was just I should have looked into it before I even said that now, but maybe it was just some BS thing there. But either way, it doesn't seem like Ngannou, they haven't announced anything yet. So for John Jones to keep plugging away, keep building up. And to me, I'm going to be surprised if that fight doesn't happen.
I know they were trying to do the Derek Lewis against Ngannou on my card. They're trying to make that one first. So it just showed you that the UFC is not going to sit around and wait for John Jones if he wants to wait for that money. But honestly, that's literally the biggest fight. When you think about where I just said Miesha Tate beat Holly Holmes for the title, it was one of those where Holly Holmes was so kind of dumb just because she should have never took that fight. She should have waited for the rematch with Ronda Rousey, and it would have been a huge money fight. And that would have meant more if you just waited out. So even with this fight right here, maybe Francis should wait for John Jones because there ain't gonna be a bigger fight in the UFC for him than John Jones. Derek Lewis fight, obviously it's gonna be good. It's gonna be this, but people want to see that next fight. They want that next fight to be John Jones, and the money that's gonna come from that fight is gonna be life changing. So it's don't pull a stupid move because it's heavyweight and Derek Lewis
there's no guarantee. Everything. Exactly. It's ask Tony Ferguson about his fight against Khabib that never happened, so it doesn't always come around, Yeah.
I don't want it to be one of those stories oh, I wish we should have did that. Or, oh man, the Pacquiao against Mayweather, they did it too late or something like that. These both guys are so good right now. and everybody wants to see it. So like, let's just make it happen. Let's get a GoFundMe going. Let's pay John Jones's money.
I'm with you. I'll throw in, dude. So June 12th, is that at the Apex? I assume for you in Vegas.
I'm hoping that it's something changes and then maybe a little bit, because I'm hearing that Vegas is gonna be open by then. So like, if we get fans, that'd be crazy.
So so it could move to T-Mobile, I would think. Either way, because it's just, you try to keep it state to state. Florida, we're ready to go. This month. So, but anyway, that might have to be a trip out to in June. It's just crazy to think that you could be performing
Jay,
in front of.
If I can jump in here, I mean, if that goes down in Vegas, we're gonna go out there. We're gonna have a great time. Hopefully, Ray Long goes there because.
All day. But anyway,
the podcast going after the fight.
Yeah. So, hey, or maybe a little 3-on-3 tournament after the fight, like a 1 day, 3-on-3 tournament for, people. We got to do something like that, man. We got to
hit it. Walt Harris is calling us out. He thinks because he played a little college ball that he's good. Will Harris thinks he's a basketball player. Like, these guys are calling us out. They don't know about us.
Well, and Jamal Hill, I guess, has some game, but he's like, why do people think I have game? People always talk about basketball. He doesn't know where they even got it from, but he may be a dark horse. He's a friend of the show. He's fighting the same card you are, right?
Yeah. So
there we go. You guys both do some damage.
Maybe we'll get a 5-on-5 going.
There you go. Do some damage Saturday night, then Sunday we'll run a little rock. Cody, you're down, right? Okay, he's gone to sleep.
Am I down? Have it.
Yeah.
Come on. I balled in the streets of New Hampshire, dog. Come on. You don't know where I'm from.
Anyway, appreciate everyone being with us. Episode 22. Remember, the show probably back to Thursdays on our regular slot next week. As usual, check out the Anik and Florian Podcast. For Remember the Name Muhammad, I'm Jason Anik. Cody Merrow, appreciate you as always. Everyone have a good night.
Peace out, guys.
Later.